ESPN came out with their list of team needs and what squads will still be looking for. I mean, I think we obviously have to start with the safety position here, as the Cowboys are allergic to picking it and addressing it. Jeff Heath got cut by the Raiders, but I'm not sitting there lining up. Now, Jeff Heath, I think I don't know if we've realized. I think we started to feel that Jeff Heath was a little bit better player than maybe we gave him credit for. He was a whipping boy around here for a while. Then he went and picked off Mahomes a couple times last year, but the Raiders still cut him. I don't think he's not an NFL starter, and that means he's certainly not an answer for the Cowboys secondary at that safety position. They already said Keanu Neal's playing linebacker, so what else is on this list of team needs besides safety after the draft and what they tried to address?
Well, I mean, if you were to look at it, it is free safety, obviously the number one thing that they're going to need to address. And you could say corner, and obviously offensive line. I mean, they haven't addressed it. I mean, there's still things that they need to address, but one of the things that they wrote up here is when you don't add a free safety or a safety in the draft, even though it was a position of need, you could move someone. You could move someone from corner to safety. They could move Keanu Neal to safety if they wanted to. He's played that position before. And the big loss here during the draft obviously was, the TCU Morik, who was theoretically going to go to the Cowboys, and the Raiders jumped in front. Donovan Wilson started 10 games a year ago, made a number of plays, but he's not a center field type player. So is it KZ? However, is it him? Is he the best free safety option? His health is crucial. He's coming off an Achilles. Right? And that's not something you want to throw to the wolves.
The secondary right now is still pretty scary. Just because you have more numbers and more bodies doesn't mean you have a better unit. We don't know. I really wish they just would have added one veteran corner. Even if it was just an older guy like a Richard Sherman, I wish they would have just thrown one of those guys into the mix. Because right now, you're looking at Diggs and Kelvin and Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown. That's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
And with no safeties back there that are proven, I mean, this team could get absolutely torched in the secondary again. I don't know why they think that going this young and inexperienced in the secondary, where you're defending the number one option to win in football, the passing game, is a smart idea and a smart strategy. I said it last year over and over and over. Tell me how Cheeto and Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown make you feel good about stopping the pass. And they got torched and they got lit up. And even though I'm excited about the possibility of Shan RJ proving everybody wrong, and the second-round pick at corner, and Diggs taking a year 2 leap. By the way, what happened to that Diggs female story from a couple of weeks ago? That disappeared the Jamie Benn one real quick. None of it's proven at all, which can surprise or can let us down with teams throwing all over the place on the Cowboys again.
Yep. And do you try to take some of the guys that you brought in as undrafted free agents, or maybe, let's just take Wright, for example. He's 6'4". Do you put him back at safety? You give it a shot. You give it a shot in training camp. You never know. If the guy can't if he's too tall to be able to move and be shifty with with a lot of wide receivers, would he be more suited to be a safety? Would he be more suited to line up against a tight end? If you're going to go up there against 6'5" tight ends, you could do worse than that type of corner. He may be able to move with him.
How heavy was Cam Chancellor if you had to guess his weight?
I would say, what was he, 6'4", 6'3"? I would guess he was 228.
228. He was listed at 232. Shan RJ is 6'4", 187.
I'm sorry, you're going to need to say that again. What?
If you look at any highlights of him,
that's an NBA body.
Because what'd you say?
That's an NBA body.
Because they were talking about him during the draft show, maybe playing safety, and then I saw his highlights, and I was like, that body ain't playing safety. So I was like, let me go look up his weight compared to Cam Chancellor's weight. And yeah, Cam's that big body Seattle defender, 6'3", 230. And Nashawn Wright is 6'4", 190, soaking wet. That ain't playing safety. Go look at his body and go look at some of his highlights. He looked like he could get snapped and broken in half. So that was my comment for him playing safety possibly, even though I'm sure they'll work on his weight.
We have kind of gotten rid of the quintessential body types of players.
Yeah.
Pigeonholing them. We've gotten rid of that. We've gotten rid of it at every position, but I don't know that we've gotten rid of it at corner.
Yeah, at safety, it feels like it's been gotten rid of for the offensive positions, right? But if your job is to hit, I feel like the weight thing could be challenged if I had a 190-pound linebacker or a 190-pound safety whose job it is to hit. Now, maybe not so much for the free safety, but either way, I think secondary is still a humongous problem, and I don't feel any better about Tyron depth.
No.
I don't. Do you?
Oh, no. How could you? Yeah, there's no way I could. If they had taken Slater, and to all the people, Slater, and all the people said, "Well, you're not going to. Why would you draft a backup tackle in the first round?" Well, you wouldn't. You would draft a replacement,
a
future tackle, and you would also draft a starting guard tomorrow.
Right.
That's what you're drafting in the first. Well, do you draft a guard in the first? Yes, you do, because they just did it like a couple years ago. So yeah, it's okay to do that, and they
you'd be okay with a guard in the first round.
Oh, I mean, Zach. He took Zach.
Yeah, but I mean, there's been Hall of Fame linebackers in the first round. You don't want to draft linebacker.
No, but I mean, the guard's more important than a linebacker. I would have. I mean, it would have been my preferred, but you're not drafting a guard with Slater. You're drafting a guard today and a tackle tomorrow. And the draft is always about today and tomorrow. I mean, you want to talk about the perfect draft pick. It's gonna play today and then be more valuable tomorrow when they move positions. Yep, man.